All right, welcome back, guys. It's Jeff here, and I'm with Winters here, my boy from America. He does music. Winters, do you want to introduce yourself to the people?
What's good, guys? I'm Winters. I do a lot of music, mainly just a lot of R&B, Afro kind of stuff like that. So if you're into that, tap into that for sure.
Great music, by the way. He makes great music. I think you guys should tap into it. I fuck with his music heavy. But
Thank you.
today we're gonna have a little discussion on some subjects. I don't really I don't really want us to talk a lot, do a lot of talking, but I want you guys to hear what we got to say. And today's the kind of like the topic we got today is the pressure of being original. But Winters, how do you take being original as though? Like original, like the definition of original.
That's a good question, man. I think original to be original, I think that's very hard to do now. But I guess it's just like,
You
whenever
think?
you're in,
You think it's hard
def
to be original now?
definitely, man. I
Is it
I
cause
think
is it because you think everything has been done before? Everything that you're trying to do, someone's already done it, so therefore it's not original.
I don't think that it's been done. I just think it's hard to be original due to social media. And like for example, let's say you have this great idea, right? And you know that it's fire. Like you like, I'm high. When I put this out, it's gonna blow. You drop it, you get 4 likes and 6 views, right? So you like, oh, I suck. So when you get 4 likes and 6 views, what's the first thing you gonna do? Copy someone else. Whatever works. You're gonna look at what worked. This is why we see a lot of Virgil, like the next Virgil, the next this. It's
Yeah,
hard to be you because you can post what you like and it can be fire, but
but
those
it's
four
not
likes
going
say
up.
otherwise. You know what I'm saying? So it's
But
like,
but then when that happens, it's like you're not being authentic, you're not being yourself, and that's when you kind of like the whole art is ruined. Like you're not yourself, and when you're not yourself and you're creating something, like I mean, it's not original because that's not what you were doing before. You were doing what was original, and you weren't getting attention, and you were not getting likes. So then you decided to switch it up and do something that everyone's doing because it's easy to like follow the trends and get in there, and then you obviously you can get attention. But I feel like the whole concept of being original, I, d- you know what, I agree with you and I disagree at the same time. Hear me out. The reason why I'm saying that is being original right now, I don't think it's hard once once creative thinking comes in. Do you know what I mean? I think I can think of a piece that I don't think anyone's made before, right? But then I had perfect example. I thought of this piece, right? That I've had the idea in my head for like almost, I've had the idea in my mind for almost a year, right? I never worked on it, right? It was like a jeans, right? But midway through the jeans, right? It's like heels, right? There's heels, the long heels, the women heels, long ones
yeah,
coming up, right? I didn't know how to execute this. That was my issue, right? I just didn't know how to execute the whole plan. It was very hard for me to. It wasn't hard because the idea came up in my mind, but I just didn't know how. I could put it on paper, but I just didn't know how to come out with it. Guess what? I'm on Twitter 3 days ago on the timeline, and I
yeah,
see Denmark done it
yeah,
for done it for
yeah,
Gucci. Do you get what I mean?
yeah,
So
right.
if I was to put this designer after that, is it original?
I, I would definitely say I would definitely say yes, but it's like everything is controlled by what's seen.
Yeah, yeah.
So if
But
I
then
beat you to it,
But then there we go. But then again, I feel like when you have an idea and you don't act up on it quick, it goes to someone else and someone acts up on it quick and
I
they put
agree.
it out there. That's it,
Yeah,
that
right,
like who at the end of the day, whoever came out with it first, I guess
right.
is the originator. It's like the person that's like, the person that made it basically. But I get what you're trying to say though. Being original in this, like in the creative scene right now is a bit difficult because everything that you're putting out is like someone's already done it. You
Yeah,
basically got to put a spin to it. But I think putting a spin to it is also being original because you're
I think so
changing it.
too.
You're changing it. You're
Yeah.
making it different. You're not copying everything. You're adding your stuff to it and you're changing it. You're making it different. What do you think?
I mean, I definitely agree with that. Like, like even now, like sometimes I post something and like it's like maybe you may have like like I said like a higher like ratio or higher views, and you can tell like oh what I'm doing is kind of working, and like that is being original. That is like taking the ideas and flipping it. But I think
Yeah.
like the hard part with staying original is because you may do that, and let's say like how long can you get 5 and 6 likes being original? See what I'm saying? Like, can you go a whole year and get 5 likes, even if you're being completely authentic, whatever, when this person over here is like maybe just like kind of doing their thing and getting like a lot more?
But
You copy them, you know what I mean?
don't you think, if that's the issue, like if that's the issue, don't you think you just gotta change your plan and the strategy, or you gotta change how you're approaching things? Because I think being original, as in you're putting something out there that no one's ever seen before, but for some reason you're not getting likes or you're not getting the attention you want. Maybe you're just not putting it out in the right way.
True. I agree with that too.
Maybe you're not putting it out in the right way. Or maybe the right people haven't seen it just yet. So you just have to keep on
Yeah.
preaching and okay, cool. It's like I'm working on something completely new, original. No one's ever done this before. But I'm sitting at home every day just posting on Twitter or posting on TikTok or posting on Instagram for someone to see it, for someone to like it. I think I
Right.
gotta be on the streets. I gotta be outside trying to show people, where I know, let's say there's an event, there's this event coming up, there's this event coming up, this is the person that's gonna be there. I gotta be there to show the person this is what I've made, this is what I've done. I think it's original. No one's ever done that before. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Once someone sees that, I feel like it changes. I don't know, like, because just like I said, it's all about the right person seeing it. And we don't know who's watching. Do you get
Yeah,
what I mean?
100%.
Yeah,
I do agree with that. But it's a thin line too between original and like because it can be seen as unoriginal, right? Like, let's say you're working on so like some people don't like to post on social media, right?
true.
Some hate it altogether. They rather just put their art out. But that has never been the case, even
Yeah.
before social media, right?
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
artist had to be seen. So you make something,
In
and
some way, yeah.
right, you got to be seen somewhere. So let's say like I make a tin can. I have to like low key like copy someone else's way a little bit on how to promote it.
Yeah.
Because if I don't, like, you know what I'm saying, it can like. I feel as a creative, if there it's impossible to be 100% authentic, in my opinion. I think it's impossible because somewhere along the line, you're gonna have to look at someone and go, I
Yeah.
have to do that. I have
Yeah.
to. There's no
No,
way
I think
around
so.
it.
I think so
You know what I'm
because
saying?
even with Virgil, as much as people would like to say Virgil's authentic, there are some works that I've seen myself that Virgil took from certain people. Do you get what I mean? But I feel like
Right.
the spin he puts to it then makes it original because he's basically changed the whole concept of, okay, let's say he got this water bottle, right? It's clear. And then he makes it a can. He makes it like a metal can, but same shape and everything. Now it's original now because obviously he's put his spin to it, and no one's ever seen a metal version of this like this type of bottle shape before. Do you get what I mean? But you get what I'm trying to say though?
No, that's
That
facts.
makes it
Yeah.
original in his. That makes it original because what he's basically put a whole different spin to it. Now that's what I mean. I get that, but don't you think there's still a way to be original in this day and age without looking at someone's work? Or,
No.
or, or you think you can do that, but you just won't get far?
I feel like without it's kind of like nostalgia, right? Like let's say you hear a song, right? Like I think one of the biggest people who do this, I think he's completely original. He's an artist, Nine Vicious, bro.
I love
Right?
him, man. I love his
Me
music.
too. I love his music, but keep in mind,
The
majority of his music
samples,
is like samples.
yeah, the samples,
It's
yeah,
samples.
yeah,
You see
yeah.
what
I
I'm
get
saying?
that.
So
I get that.
you see what I'm saying? Like, but he's
Yeah,
original himself. He's doing
the
something that
sound is original.
no
I've never heard the sound
exactly
before, but the
exactly.
sample is not original because someone's already used
Exactly.
it.
That's what I'm
But
saying. That somewhere
yeah,
you have to be unoriginal somehow.
yeah, a hundred
You know
percent,
what
a
I'm saying?
hundred percent, 100%, 100%. But then the next question, it's like, does the internet make us scared to create because everything's already been done?
Does the internet make us scared to create? In my opinion, no. I think the internet is. I think the internet is the best thing to happen for creatives. I mean, it is like think
A
about it
hundred.
beforehand. Like you could get played, whatever. Instagram is free. I can reach you and someone in like Zimbabwe at the same time because I posted on this app. Like I don't think we give Instagram and TikTok enough credit for what it is.
Yeah, 100%,
You
a
know what I'm
hundred
saying?
percent,
Like,
100%. I get that. But me personally, let me read the question again. Does the internet make us scared to create because everything's already been done? No. Me personally, I think, yeah, I see it as this how I see it as, yeah. Everything being done, right? I think there's still more. There's still more space for. There's still a whole lot of space for everything. There's you do music when there's still pe people putting music out every day. There's still like a huge. There's still like a huge. I don't know. There's space for everyone to fit in. There's space for everyone to fit in. There's people putting out new music every day. There's people putting out new clothes every day. There's people doing putting out new arts every day. So there's definitely space for everyone. But the issue is the internet. I don't think the internet makes us scared right now, the world we're in right now. But I feel like if I was to make a hoodie, for an example, a hoodie, and I see someone copying the hoodie, I wouldn't be mad. I would be happy because I feel like someone's taking inspiration from me. They liked what I did. Do you get what I
right,
mean? They liked what I
sure,
did. They liked what I did, and they want to put a spin. They want to put a spin to it. Do you get what I mean? So I don't know. This question, I don't know. I can't answer it for everybody because maybe some people may be scared because they made something and then they feel
right,
like someone's already done it, so they don't want to put it out there. Do you get what I mean? But I
right,
don't think anyone should be scared to put out work that you feel like, because at the end of the day, just like you said, there are some original people out there, which are the people that started it. But when it comes down, no one's really original. Do you get what I mean? Because,
right,
these
yeah,
people doing our camel cargoes, all of that. We've seen a
right,
lot. We've seen different type of camels. We've seen everyone's doing all of that. Do you get what I mean?
right, exactly,
So
yeah,
I'm now thinking about it. I'm not saying everyone's not original, but to a certain extent, no one's really original. Do you get what I
I
mean?
agree, yeah,
So
100%,
so I don't think anyone should be scared or anyone should rethink about putting out something there because they've seen someone already do it. I had an issue with that before. I wanted to film an ad. This was like 2024. I wanted to film an ad. I had the idea, everything was done, everything was on paper, everyone was ready to shoot the ad. But then I was like, no, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to shoot the ad anymore because I've seen someone already done it. Do you get what I mean? I don't want it to feel like I was scared because I was like, I don't want it to put it out there and I feel like I haven't been original. I've just copied someone's work. Do you get what I mean?
yeah,
Right now, I
sure,
wouldn't be scared to put that out there at all.
right,
At all.
yeah,
Because I feel like I've grew out of that. I don't there's no reason to be
right,
scared. There's no reason to be
absolutely,
scared. People can take inspiration from someone else, but it's
right,
just
yeah,
about how we put it out there.
100%,
How would you
100%, yeah.
say, how would you say, how would that relate to you when it comes to music wise though?
Don't even get me started, bro. Especially in the underground, like when you make underground music, you ain't like you in these like these like whatever. Like they're already calling you a clone of someone, right? Like that's very
Yeah,
popular in the
they
underground.
used to say
Yeah,
like underground music all sound the same or everyone
yeah,
sounds the
exactly.
same.
You know what I'm saying? So like when I was making music, I heard a lot of people do like, like different styles, but I didn't hear anyone singing at all. Like not how I was doing it at least. So when I started singing and I get into these, these memes or whatever, a lot of people are like, oh, you're like a this clone, like you're a mainstream clone, like you're not making underground music, you're not doing this. And I'm just like, bro, that's just not what I do. I'm not into
Yeah,
that. Like I'm into like Party Next Door and Drake. I'm not really on like what you want, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But like I do a lot of stuff. Like I like, if you hear like a lot of my music, a lot of my music is like pretty much like biting my favorite artists, Tory Lanez,
yeah, yeah.
Drake, Party Next Door, like
I did say you sounded like Tory Lanez. I did say
yeah,
that before.
you know what
I
I'm
did
saying?
say
So
that
like
before.
that's all it is, just my favorite artist. And I take that, and a lot of times like people will hear it, and there's like some people really rock with it, like it, but some be like, "Yo, why would I listen to this? I can go listen to Tory
I
Lanez
did
right now."
listen to that, yeah, but that's not the
You
whole
know what
point,
I'm
though. That's not the
saying?
whole point.
Right.
They're both
You know what
making
I'm saying?
different music. I mean, that's
Exactly.
like the same thing. Someone puts a spin to something like a t-shirt or a hoodie.
Right.
It's not the same thing. It might be similar, but it's just not the same thing. Do you get what I
Right.
mean? But
I
I do
agree.
feel like someone putting a spin to something or someone changing something, it makes it original in a certain way. In,
It does.
if I see the hoodie you're wearing right now. I changed the colors. I changed same design. Everything. I changed the colors. Now it's original. Someone takes
Right.
it from me and they do something else to it. It's also original that way. Do you get what I
I think
mean?
so too. I think so too. I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah.
I
And
agree.
then what we're gonna go on this. This is like the second to last question. It's like it's not really a question, but it goes like how does comparison kill ideas before they even start?
Oh man.
That's
True
deep.
story.
That's deep.
It is. It
That's
really
deep.
is. It really is.
That's deep.
Um, okay, so before I became winners, I had 8 different names. True story, all my life. Uh,
I think the people
every
like to know this. Are you gonna remember all the eight names, or you're not gonna be able to
bro,
remember?
man, I had a name. I was Adrian Brex,
Okay.
Saya, Zaire.
Okay.
I had a bunch of
A
names,
bunch of names. A bunch of
bunch of
names. You're
names,
basically trying
and
to fit in the R&B, you know.
exactly.
I
You know
get,
what I'm
I get. I
saying?
can see it. I can see it.
You see what I'm saying? So I was just having a bunch of names, and I'm putting stuff out. And I'm just like, I'm looking at my favorite artists, and like I said, in the time we live in, even if the song's fire, if it doesn't, if you're not even need like a million views or something, you just kind of like you lose a lot of hope when you're doing exactly what they're doing and not popping. So I found myself deleting entire catalogs of music. I've had albums out, full albums. They were charging like 20K streams, deleted all of it because I
Crazy.
just it was like I would see someone else and they're like in a million. I'm like,
I
am I
know, I
doing
know, I
something
know,
wrong?
I know, I
You know
know.
what I'm saying? I'm saying
Yeah,
20K streams, and you know that's hard to get as an indie artist. And
yeah.
I've deleted entire catalogs. Like if you go on Spotify right now, look up Adrian Brex. It's just an empty page with my face on it, because that's who I was before. And I
That's what
saw
you
someone
was
else,
before.
million views, 20 million monthly listeners. It's like, okay, maybe I didn't do it this time right again. So you start over. You know what I'm saying? Like it was bad, and
I get what
and
you
to this
mean.
day, I still struggle with that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I think we should take Virgil's advice and just don't read anything on anything. Just
I get it.
create.
And you know what it is? That's something I've dealt with before. It's like we compare ourselves. We're literally like level ones, right? And we
Right.
compare ourselves to like level 100s.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure.
It's
Yeah.
impossible. You can't.
Right.
They took years to get there, and we are also gonna get there, but we're gonna take years too. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Everyone's gonna get there in a different way, but we tend to compare ourselves to people that are up there because we look up to, we take inspiration from these people, you know. So
Right.
I don't know, that kind of messes with our head a little bit. Just like you
Yeah.
said, you deleted those albums because you saw another person get a million streams, you got 20K, and you felt like, what am I doing wrong? Do you get what I mean? But the issue is that might be his time, you know. Maybe in these
Exactly.
next years he might not be up there. You might be up. It's like music. That's how music works, to be honest.
Right.
There's like certain artists that started off the same. One person had an insane buzz going crazy. The other person didn't really have that much buzz. And right now, the other person is up and the other person is not. Do you get what I mean?
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's very weird, man. Everyone has their own story. But one thing I would say though is I do think comparison do kill some certain ideas, like before they even start. Because it's like, for an example, you want to do just like the Denmark situation that I told you about when I had these ideas for the straight jeans with the heels coming all the way up, right? When after I saw Denmark doing them, I thought to myself, what am I gonna do now? Do you get what I mean? This was literally 3 days ago. I spoke to JB about it. I was like, what
Right.
am I gonna do? Like, do I
Yeah.
still put this out? Or am I gonna get called out for being copying, Denmark? Do you get what I mean? So
Right.
I was in a very weird thinking space, and I'm not gonna I thought about the whole thing for the whole
Mm.
day. Because
Yeah.
I was like, this is something I had in my head when I thought about it, the first thing I told myself, no one's ever done this before. But
Hmm.
now someone's done it. And but
Right.
I feel like I got the idea first though. So
Right.
do you get what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm in a weird, but I don't want the idea to die because I feel like now he's put it out. It's not the same as I had, but it's
Yeah.
very similar. But I can
Right.
still put mine out there without feeling like I have to compare the design. Do you get what I mean? And that's
Right.
why I
Yeah.
think because other people might just be like, you know what, fuck it, I'm not putting it out. But I feel like that's a huge mistake. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. Me
Not
too.
putting it out at all is like killing the dream, shutting everything down.
100%. I think that too. I hate seeing that. It's weird because I was watching. I think it was a TV show.
Yeah,
It was an anime. It's an anime called Attack on Titan. Really good
yeah,
anime. There's a second anime which is extremely similar. Like it's almost like dead copy and paste. But the dude who made the anime, he was like, I was making it at the same time Attack on Titan was making theirs, and he put it out anyway, and it got insane buzz. You know what I'm saying? So it's that sort of thing where it's like, I think what social media does, it makes it as if two people can't be great and coexist. I hate that we do that. That we
true.
see two brands and we go, okay, which brand is better?
We
But
brand
like we don't have to do that. It can be eight brands. They all equally be
growing
amazing.
growing in different ways and different
You see
directions.
what I'm saying? Like I don't think. And the crazy part is, a lot of the time, see, and like I said, a lot of people live on social media though. Like, let's say you did that idea right, and you post it on social media, and then you have it in a real life store.
Yeah.
How many people are genuinely going to know that someone did it first?
True,
Half
true,
of the
true.
time,
But I did
you know what I'm
true.
saying?
That's
Like,
why I'm not gonna lie. That's why I've been off the internet for a long time, especially TikTok, because I feel like I don't even want to see someone's work and get inspired by the work in a certain way. Do you get what I mean?
yeah,
When you're on the internet too much, I feel like you see too much that you're not supposed to see.
yeah, for sure.
And I feel like when I come on there, I feel like the internet is a great place, but once you take more than you're supposed to take, it gets bad. It gets
Yeah, it
worse.
is
You come
for
on
sure.
there, you take the information you need, and you leave, you know.
100%.
But once you do more than just that, you start polluting your mind with other stuff. You start seeing things that you're not supposed to see. And then
Yeah.
it's kind of directing your art in a different way. And that's the issues I was having at a certain point in time. When I started working on clothes, for an example, you know what's crazy? I've never even spoke about this. So my dad always had a boutique, right? He always used to work with clothes, he used to sell clothes and shoes, right? Yeah, that's why I
Yeah.
always wanted to work with clothes. But I think 2022, that's when I was like, you know what? I want to work with clothes. But I've always wanted to do this. I think it was a Clint 419 pop-up, and me and my cousin stood in line for 8 hours to get some shoes, right? To get the 95s, right? When I was in line 8 hours, I'm telling you, when the queue was so long, long, like I'm talking long. Imagine we spent 8 hours in the queue to get some shoes, right?
Right. Yeah.
I told myself when I was in the queue, yeah, this one thing I told myself, I could also let people wait 8 hours in the queue to get my stuff too. But how am I gonna make it happen? Do you
Mm.
get what I mean? So the moment
Right.
I said that to myself, right, I went home. I went home after. And I started just binge watching Clip 419 stuff. Do you get what I mean? I just
Yeah.
started watching a lot of his stuff. And then every time I tried design, right? That was not the first time I ever tried designing clothes, by the way. But after taking obviously I saw what he did, and I went home and I started watching a lot of his videos, and I started paying attention to his clothes, right? Everything that I tried put out was so similar to whatever he's put out. Do you get what I mean? Because I was
Mm.
paying
Right.
attention to his work. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
But the moment I stopped doing that, I was able to do what I actually wanted to do. And now, at that time, I cared so much about streetwear. I still do, but
Right.
but you get what I mean? But now I don't care about streetwear as much as I used to care about it. But the only
Right.
reason why I cared so much about streetwear is because he was doing it. And I was looking at his
Mm.
work because he inspired me. Do you get what I mean? He inspires me to do what
Right.
I want to do. Do you get what I mean? That's why I
Yeah.
think I was spending too much time on the internet. I got what I
Yeah.
wanted to get and I should have just left, but I decided to stay for a long
Mm.
time. And I was
Yeah.
taking information, I was looking at stuff that I wasn't supposed to be looking at.
I agree.
Do you get what I mean? So then everything I was creating was literally like you could see it as like a copy and paste of whatever he's done. Do you get what I mean?
Right.
And that's what a
Yeah.
lot of people are having issues with right now. Cause
Mm.
it's like you're making music, right? Imagine making music, right? But you're never on the internet. You don't know how anyone sounds like. You don't even know auto-tune exists. Do you get what I mean? And then you
Right.
find out auto-tune by being in the studio damn near every day.
Right.
Do you
Yeah.
get what I mean? You find out how to do it, and do you know what I mean? So you put out music, your people are gonna say you sound like this guy, you sound like this guy, but the reality is you don't even know how the guy sounds like.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Do
Yeah.
you, do you, do you get what I'm trying to say?
No, no. I mean, I think that's exactly that too. I think like the internet is almost like the Pandora's box, right? Whereas like it's a lot of good. It's interesting too that you mentioned how what did you say? You said how when you saw it, he inspired you, but like you got too much from it. And I think, oh no, you said, how could I do that, right? Like, how can I
Yeah,
do what they're doing, make people wait
yeah,
in line? And it's funny, this idea came to my head, and I always like to give this out to a lot of people that in any form, not only in creativity, this could be in anything, right?
yeah,
You may be working really hard on something, and you're like, bro, and you don't mean to copy anyone, right? It just happens because these are your inspirations. But I feel like kind of off topic, but still, I think it needs to be said that a lot of the times we forget that as creatives, majority of the creatives that we like that got them to where they want to be, they did the sub creative thing, if that makes sense. Like
yeah.
Virgil was not always designing. This dude was
No,
DJing
no,
with
no.
Kanye
Yeah,
a
yeah. He
lot.
wanted to be an architect.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like you don't have to take the route like for example, like especially now, I don't care how good a song is. You can't just drop music. You know what I mean? You have to have like
Yeah.
a rollout and marketing for
Yeah,
people
of
to see
course.
you in it.
I
You know
feel
what I'm
like,
saying?
I mean, you can't just drop good, like, no matter how good the music is, you can't just drop it on Instagram and then just disappear, you know.
Exactly.
You got to put something behind it. I mean, to be
Exactly.
able to do that, you have to build, just like I said, you can't be at level one and just drop music and just disappear. That's something
No,
at
right.
level 100. That's something Kendrick Lamar, Drake, Playboy Carti,
Exactly.
that's something those guys can do. But someone
Right.
starting now, you can't do that. Do you get what I mean?
Exactly.
And that's
Right.
when it's like, it's not just about the craft and the art anymore. It's about the work you put in pushing it.
Right.
I think I gave an example. I think I gave an example. I think I gave an example like that. I think you make clothes and then what? You just post it on the internet and you get feedback. No, you said it. It's like you leave it in, like, when you make clothes, right? And you're not paying no attention to the internet and it's in person. The people on the internet are not seeing it. Do you
Yeah.
get what I mean?
Exactly.
Only
Exactly.
people in person are seeing it, and they're
Right.
giving you feedback from what they've seen. So
That's it.
no one on the internet can actually tell you, oh, this looks like this look like that, this looks like that.
Right.
Do you get what I mean?
Exactly. Because when you told me that, if I would saw what you made, I would not have
Yeah,
referred back to that. It's not if you open the comments and someone says, do. But
yeah,
like a lot of the times, like for me, I'm not a super fashion heavy person. I just see something and I like it. So if
yeah.
I was walking in the store and I looked to the right and I saw what you made and it said this designer made this, I would just buy it
I'll
because
just
I like
buy
it.
it because I like it.
And another big point is that a lot of people do this. Not everyone cares if it was a copy of Balenciaga. No one cares. And
There we
I
go.
think you know what I'm saying? I think we give too much, and no offense to the masses, but the masses are not as smart as we think they are.
Yeah,
Like they don't,
100%, a hundred
you know
percent.
what I'm saying?
It's like,
They don't know. Like,
I was
you
I
know what
was
I'm saying?
having this conversation with JB the other time, this time around to be a I don't know. I don't like using the word director because I feel like that word is being shitted on. Like, people are just throwing it out there, you
Right,
know. Being a brand owner and a creative director is completely different. I feel like what people feel like, I don't know, in order to be a creative director or like a brand owner, you gotta know about like a 1980 Louis Vuitton archive t-shirt. Do
right,
you get
yeah,
what I mean? I
yeah. I
can't
get
even
you.
speak. Like, you don't have to know about all of that. You
Right,
don't have to know about all of that.
no,
You know, I'm not trying to say it's not necessary. It is, like, it's good to know about it, but you don't have to know about all of that. It's like
right,
people calling Kai Cenat performative and all of that for learning. Do you know what I
yeah.
mean? It's insane. It's insane.
I
That's
agree.
why
I think fit.
I can't think straight about it. You have people in the comment section saying like, bro, don't even know about the Mason Margiela or whatever in like
Right,
in
right,
like the
exactly,
19
exactly,
whatever. I don't think
exactly.
I don't think he's supposed to know about that. Dead ass. I
Right,
don't think he's supposed to know about that.
right, that's for
I
sure.
don't think he's
Exactly.
supposed to know about that.
And
He's trying to build
especially, yeah,
something. He's trying to
that's
build
it.
something
Yeah,
that is irrelevant to whatever he's trying to build. It's good to
exactly.
know. It's good to
Right,
have some background. Like, it's good to know about the history. But I feel like you can always learn history anyways. You
right,
learn whilst moving, you know.
exactly.
But just
No,
like you
I
said,
agree
the
to that.
masses are not as smart as.
Exactly. They're not. They're not.
Oh
I
my
think
God.
I keep saying that we give too much credit to just like like to expect them to understand where we're coming from. Like a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah,
people are just like a lot of people are just talking and that's it.
yeah. Oh,
Don't give
100%,
them
100%,
like don't give
100%,
them more power than they actually have. Like for
100%.
example, I saw some dude in the comments was like, yeah, they're talking about like the content stuff. They're like, oh yeah, Vivek's going to need designers and things of that nature. I'm like, dude, he started yesterday.
He started yesterday.
Who's to say he's even going to go in that direction? He might scrap all of it and be like, you know what? I'm only working on shoes. So now you don't
Yeah,
even need what you thought you needed. Like I feel like, and I thank Kai Cenat for doing that because it lets you know how stupid the masses actually are. And like I actually appreciate that because I think what Kaizen is doing, it should encourage all creatives to just push it out because
yeah.
you click in that comment section and you see how like the AI, the
How
IQ level
stupid
go
people
gets
sound.
it gets lower and lower as you scroll. You're
Yeah.
like, whoa, this guy is actually stupid. Like he actually has no idea what he's talking about. It's the same. It's the same thing with the music. You see somebody like, oh, Drake isn't supposed to sing it like that.
You know
Like
what?
he's not a billionaire.
With music, I'm not gonna lie. With music, artists, bro, I don't know how. If I made music and then I dropped, and then, you know, 60% of the people, they haven't even listened to the album yet, and they go like, this shit ass, bro. Like they go like, it's what like, when you go like
Exactly. Yeah.
academics' comment section, right?
Yeah.
He's gonna post someone's album, right? And you have people in the comment section calling a whack ass. And bear in mind, these guys haven't even listened to a song, bro. They probably don't even know how the cover art looks like. Do you get what I mean?
Exactly.
And they're straight
Exactly.
hating.
Right.
This is one thing we're gonna talk about. This is a topic that I think we should talk about one day. Because I feel like that also affects, it depends on how
Yes.
the person
Oh
takes
yeah.
it. It depends on
Yeah.
how the person takes it. Because if you're not strong, that can literally shift it can
It
fuck you
can.
mentally, you know?
It
It's insane. It's
can.
insane.
It can.
Because
It definitely can.
I've seen these type of comments before, and it's crazy. It's crazy. Someone's gonna be like, bro, this shit, this shit whack, this shit buns, bro.
Yeah.
The phrases they use will be, oh my God,
Yeah. For
the phrases
sure.
they
For
use,
sure. For
bro.
sure.
Someone's sitting on their bed, they're not creating, they're not doing shit, they're not doing
Exactly.
shit,
Exactly.
and someone's
Exactly.
creating from there, bro. Someone went out their own way to create. And to evolve as well, creation and evolution, right?
Yeah.
Trying to do something better, trying to put out
Yeah.
something, and then you have people that us hating. They have no reason to hate, bro.
I'm gonna tell you a true story all my life. When Drake dropped an album, I think it was Scorpion back in 2017, 18, right?
Yeah,
Here's this girl who was like, man, Drake is a culture vulture. He's not supposed to be in that culture. He's supposed to be. Bro, I go to her story, right?
yeah.
The slideshows. It's a song from
Ob
Scorpion nonstop. And I'm just like, this is the majority of the masses.
I know,
Stop
I
taking
know,
them.
I know. I
Don't
don't.
take them seriously.
You
Don't
can't. You
take them
can't. You
seriously.
can't.
You
You
can't
can't
take them seriously.
at all.
Back then, when Drake dropped Take Care, all the conversations was like, oh, we heard this album before. We don't want to hear it, Drake. Scrap it. You're done. That exact album has been on the Billboard since it dropped back in 2013. It's been like 9 years and it hasn't moved yet. So it's like you
I'm taking
can't,
it in. I'm taking it in now. You can't take them serious.
you can't,
Bro, because man, with
can't.
the whole casting that situation as well, it taught me a lot about how people are trying to clown him, all
Yeah,
of that. But I get that. I get that. We're gonna leave it here, guys, for today, right? We had a very great talk. I don't want the video to be super long, but
yeah,
guys, me and Winters are gonna be having a lot of talks like this. I'm
sure.
gonna try do me and Winters at least once a week or two times in every 2 weeks. I mean, still once a week. But I want you guys to go check out Winters as well. You guys go check out his music. Look, guys, hear it from me. He makes great music. I love his music, and I've told him
Thank you.
about it. And
Thank you.
I'm not the biggest fan of R&B, and I love his music, and I want you guys to check him out. So I'm gonna put his Insta in the description as well. I'm gonna put his Insta up here as well. Do you wanna call it out?
Yeah, yeah. It's winners dot underscore.
Yeah, man,
That's
he
the
makes
that's
some
it.
great music, man. I think you guys should check it
Thank
out,
you.
man.
Thank you.
And whatever topics you guys want us to talk about next time, you guys just pop it down here and we're gonna have a chat about it and speak to you guys later, man.
For sure, man.
All right,
W's.
sure, guys.